All right, hey guys, welcome back, everybody, to another week and another episode of Milan Boys Podcast, where we bring you everything AC Milan every Tuesday. My name is Kian, and I'm here with Af and Ash. How you doing, guys?
Doing
I'm
good.
good, actually. Yeah, I'm good also. Not because of Milan, because I got a PlayStation 5 today.
Yeah,
So,
congrats. You've been waiting long time for that one.
yeah, 4 months. And finally, I got it today. Thank God.
You've been waiting for 4 months, so you've been waiting since what, December? Yeah, around.
November.
Yeah, you wanted it for Christmas as a Christmas present, but they're out on
Yeah,
stock, and it's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. Everybody wants it.
Yeah. So before we go any further on your PlayStation and everything else, just like to mention that you can follow us on our on all major platforms and on Twitter at Milan Boys Pod and on Instagram at Milan Boys Podcast. So, guys, here we're here with the seventh episode. It's been fun. We've been doing a couple of episodes before this, and we're getting better and better for every episode. So we're gonna continue doing these podcasts for you, and hope you guys who are listening enjoys the content and that we share the same experience with Milan. So episode 7, we're gonna discuss, of course, the United match, the first leg, and we're gonna discuss the yesterday's match. What day is it? It was yesterday, yeah. Milan
Yeah,
and
yesterday.
Napoli,
Yeah.
and this is during the first half, during the first 45 minutes, and we're going to discuss also the forms, play injuries, attitudes, and then the second half, we're going to discuss Milan versus United, the return leg, and Fiorentina versus Milan. Preview that match and end up with discussing how we go forward from here, because we continue with this crazy roller coaster ride with Milan, and we call this episode Nail. No, we were supposed to call it Nail in the Coffin or something like that, Nail in the Scudetto Coffin, but we actually changed it to End of Scudetto Dreams, because basically that's where we are right now. The end of the Scudetto Dreams with 9 points behind Inter. It's not looking good at all. So let's go. But before we talk about the Serie A and the league, let's get right into it. The United match that we played on Thursday. We went to Manchester, Old Trafford, and with a couple of injuries, around 6-7 players that were missing. So we rotated again the squad, and we played with a lineup of Donnarumma, Tomori Kier, Calabria Dalot, Kessie Meite, Krunic, Salemaker, Diaz, and Liao. So, and the match ended 1-1 with the last second, last minute equalizer by Simon Kier. And we are starting to basically not get used to it, but get these last minute equalizers to not lose any points. This happened also the match against Udinese, where they basically gave away a goal by that handball. So, guys, let's talk United. So,
Yeah.
what do you guys make of the match and what we
Yeah, I
saw?
mean, to be fair, the United and Milan game, I thought the referee was shit. I mean, absolute. He was horrible. That disallowed goal that Kessie got for that handball that wasn't even a hand. I don't understand how that was even disallowed. We were supposed to be up 1-0. I thought he was horrible.
He scored that goal in the first half, right?
Yeah, in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, in the first 10 minutes. I
Oh,
mean
10
that.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were
It
playing
was a bit.
great in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
I,
controlling the game.
I was not confident before the game, but we played really good. And yeah, 2 disallowed goals in 10 minutes. We owned the game. We were playing better.
You're
We
thinking about
deserved
the
to.
Leao goal?
Yeah, but that was rightly disallowed because he was slightly offside. But
He was
yeah,
offside a couple of times during that game.
yeah,
He
and
was like Inzaghi in that game.
but the Kessie goal, I don't understand why that was disallowed because
That's a weird one. That's because first the ref gave it, and then VAR disallowed the goal
Yeah, that's weird.
because the ref didn't say anything, and the United players around Kessie, they didn't raise their hands or anything
no
for
one
any
saw
goal.
anything.
No one said anything. No one protested,
And the ref
and
didn't even go check VAR for himself.
no, he just
He just
listened to
listened to whoever was in the
yeah,
VAR room and just said,
and just
yeah,
complied with it,
handball.
Yeah,
and just
but
took away the goal, and that's
that
really weird.
that's so weird that he
So,
didn't even check it.
as I understand it, this is how VAR works basically. So there's these video checkers that work. They are in the VAR room, and then there's this VAR referee, right?
Yeah,
That makes the call, that is in contact with the referee on the field. So the referee in the VAR room tells the referee, the main referee on the field, that they have seen they have seen a handball. So they can either say they can put it in two ways. Either they say this was a clear handball, you should disallow the goal, or they say it looks like a handball, we think this is a handball, and you should check it out yourself. So that gives the referee the option to go and check. I heard that basically he didn't check because they told him this was a clear handball. This was a handball, disallowed the goal. So he went with it.
yeah, but the referee decides himself if he wants to check or not.
But I think when the VAR room says we see a clear handball, then
Yeah,
usually the refs don't say, okay, but I want to check it out myself. Usually they go with it. They say, okay, you see a clear handball, you're like 4 or 5 guys in there, and you have decided this is a clear handball, and you can see it in the replays. So we're gonna go with handball. I think
But
that
that's the
think that's what happened.
but
But
that's the thing. It wasn't a clear handball.
no, it was definitely not a clear handball. It wasn't a
wasn't even
handball at all.
close to his hand.
It wasn't a handball at all. It wasn't. It was suspicious, to say the
Yes,
least.
yeah, that's why. Like, who are these clowns working in the VAR rooms that don't even know football?
This was suspicious, to say the least. So if I'm going to be if I'm going to speak like a Milanista, I will say this was 100% deliberate. They found something that no one else found, and they said, okay, we're going to go with it. This is our chance to disallow that goal. I was thinking when I was watching the game, United has more muscle when it comes to commercials,
Yeah, of course.
so I was thinking, yeah, this is again the economy. The refs are like doing United a favor here, and the main referee is allowing it because he sucked through the whole game. He tried to pinch us in every situation he could. He was basically. Did you guys see? He was aggressive against our players when he talked to them. When they were standing in the, there was this free kick situation, I remember clearly. He kept screaming at our players like a couple of times, and Mate and Casey, they're like, okay, calm down, chill. We know we're not going to move from the line. And he was just exaggerating. And no, this wasn't a handball at all.
And the United players were diving the entire game and falling down.
Yeah,
And
Premier League players
complaining.
that say like Syria is such a
Remember Bruno Fernandes? He fall down outside the
yeah,
box when
yeah.
Salamakers was behind him to get a free kick.
So we didn't have the referee with us.
Then on
100%
the other
agree.
side, when Salamaker tried to attack and score, he could have fall down and get a penalty. Remember when he was gonna score, but then he
What
decided
happened?
to just
Did he have a defender on him?
defender put his foot close to him, but he decided to jump and try to shoot. But if he just just fall
Yeah.
down, just like Bruno and
I
his
don't
United
remember
coach.
it clearly, but I remember that
Yeah,
there was an incident with the Salamek.
and Brahim Diaz, who they pushed down.
Yeah, there was this penalty situation with Brahim Diaz. They could have given a pen for that. So
Yeah, I mean the game was supposed to be a loss if it weren't for Kier's last second header.
yeah.
So the ref was about to make us lose the game.
So the ref, it was a bad refereeing, and they did everything they could to make sure that the United didn't lose the match. And so if we forget about the ref for a second and we concentrate how we played, and we are lacking on the flanks, right? Because they had a couple of chances they could have scored, but they didn't.
Yeah.
The
Defensively.
Maguire's, defensively,
Yeah.
the Maguire situation,
And
and two other situations when the ball just
James,
passed in front of them.
the Daniel James,
Yeah,
had a scoring shot.
that was worrying because they are capable of hurting us. If they would have scored those goals, the match would have changed. But if Kessie's goal wouldn't be disallowed, we would have locked down in front of goal, and they would make it difficult for United to score even.
Yeah.
So you can't say like in advance, yeah, if United would have scored, they would have won the match easily. But if Kessie's goal was not disallowed, we would have won the
We
match.
could have won this game 3-1.
Yeah, we could have countered.
We were by far the better team. We had most possession, shots, created the most chances.
Yeah, so we weren't allowed to counter because they disallowed the Kessie's goal, and they scored the first goal, which we should talk about. What do you guys think about the first goal?
The United goal.
Yeah.
It was a good goal by them. It was
Do you
good ball
see?
by Bruno and a header by. If I have to fault anyone, I guess either Tomori or Donnarumma. Tomori lost his man, and Donnarumma was, too close,
Yeah,
too far away from the goal.
yeah. That was a bad goal, goalkeeping. What do you think, Ash?
I don't really blame Donnarumma. I don't think he could have done that much.
He didn't have to come out on that one if he can't catch it.
But it was a beautiful goal. How would he expect him
No,
to
but
just
he didn't
head the
have
ball
to.
over him? He's like 2 meters long.
Yeah, he shouldn't have come out. If he would have stayed, and the guy would have headed it, he would have had a bigger chance to deflect the ball out. You know, when he came out, it was just.
Yeah. I
So he
agree.
was
But I think it's more Tomori's fault.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm on Tomori. That was definitely on Tomori. We have talked about Tomori's positioning is bad. He needs to work on it, and he always try to fix that by his speed.
Yeah.
But in that situation, he just fell behind, and the shortest guy on the field.
For the most part, he was good. Remember that slide tackle he did in the box?
Yeah. That was great. There was
Greenwood or someone dribbled him, but then he took the ball in the penalty box.
That reminded like a Nesta and Maldini
like a Maldini tackle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was. I think our defense was good, except for that one goal.
I wouldn't say good. The flanks were really bad when they were countering. Like if they would have scored on their chances where the ball just slipped past them. We were not. Was it?
Yeah, but I mean,
other than those two lucky chances they got, they didn't really create anything.
Like Calabria and Dalot, like we had chances both from the left and the right. So they had chances both from both flanks.
Yeah, but
the Maguire chance was from a corner. It was a lucky flick.
No, I'm not talking about the Maguire. I'm talking about the other chances where the ball just went past them.
The Dan James.
Yeah, and one other. There was two. I remember clearly two incidents. Anyways, you guys, we all know we weren't expecting to collect a win in United with like 7.
I did. I predicted a win.
So. Yeah, you did, but because you're not realistic. We have a handicap person that we call Liao as a footballer. He's not a footballer. He's a handicap player. So we weren't expecting shit, and we were lucky as hell that Simon saved our asses in the end. But that was basically we should give some points to Liao because he created that. He fought for that corner, but that was basically it.
Yeah.
So another shit show.
And for the first offside goal he scored, he should have been onside. He was too lazy to track back. If he was walking before the pass
Yeah,
came to him.
before the
And
goal. Yeah.
if you remember, Simon Kier gave the ball to Liao, that long ball.
Yeah. That was a beautiful ball from Simon. Yeah, this guy. He keeps on disappointing us.
Another thing I have noticed for a long time is that Simon Kier is really good with those long balls,
Mm-hmm.
just like Bonucci
He's great
in
with it.
Juventus.
Yeah. That's his specialty.
That's it. Yeah.
Kier and the long balls. He's great with it. Actually, if you look at Tomori, he's not bad either. I've seen a couple of good balls from Tomori also.
Yeah, me too.
He has a
Yeah.
good touch with those long balls. They don't just drift away. Like they found the player on the other side. So yeah, so United did everything they could to just. They were satisfied with the 1-0, so they just wanted to win going to San Siro, and we talked a lot about karma, right? Like the
Yeah.
karma is a bitch. That eventually he will bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
So the
and
referee
it did.
tried everything. United players were like playing. They were diving, and did you see that situation where they picked up Tonali?
Yeah.
That guy who took Tonali by his shoulder and his arms and pushed him up. Like, dude, chill. You're the one leading. So why are you like stressing Tonali to get up? He's like, stop diving. You're the divers, man. Not only that, they managed to get away with that red card, right? There was this guy McTominay that had a yellow. Remember?
Yeah, he should have got
Yeah,
a
this-
couple of yellows.
He didn't receive his second yellow. You remember the foul he did? The second one, where I think what did he do? He stomped on a player, or it was definitely a yellow card. The second yellow, and the Milan players told the ref that, and the ref was having none of it. He's like, no, I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it because I'm on a mission to make sure that you guys don't win here. So that really upset me because it was obvious, man. UEFA did what they could to have United go through. And I'm really worried about the return leg because of this. We're going to talk about this later.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the year we've had last year with the Corona, there's no attendances in the stadiums, so they can't earn money through that. So now for UEFA, it's more like which teams, the bigger teams, has to proceed for them to make money.
Yeah, it's the profits now from the broadcasting. It's the profits from commercial revenues.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're making. It's the big bucks is with United. You can't because
Yeah, because that referee was too horrible to have been just
yeah, it wasn't a mistake or
mistake.
it was clear. Like nobody except the VAR room has said that was a clear handball. So they just disallowed the goal. Of course, there's a couple of Interistas on Twitter are like, yeah, that's a handball. Yeah. So where's the handball? Where's he touches his arm? I heard a stupid explanation. Someone said the ball drops speed when it touches his arm. Well,
Yeah, I think it was an American guy.
yeah, was it the same dude? That dude that basically has the same guy that said that Zlatan is finished like 2 years ago. He's like, what is he gonna do in Milan? He's totally finished. And then he comes and scores until he gets injured. Yeah, that guy obviously hates Milan from his guts. Every time he get a chance to stab Milan, he's like, he's all in. So it was funny to hear just stupid explanations. Anyways, yeah. So 1-1. We're satisfied. It's a great result for us.
Yeah, it's a great result for us.
We're gonna talk about the return leg in the next half. Anything more about this match, particularly?
Should we pick the man of the match?
Yeah, sure. Who was your man of the match?
Has to be either Kessie or Kier. But I think I would go with Kessie. because he was a beast the entire game.
Yeah, he was country. After that game, all Premier League teams they're like talking about Kessie and Chelsea. The owner of Chelsea even tweeted, "Should I buy him?" I was impressed. Should I buy him? Who do you think you are?
Yeah. And Pioli went in for this match with a good tactic, and we played really good. So
this
hats off for him.
This was a good coach by him, and hadn't they disallowed that goal, so I think.
And out of the 4 defenders, I guess the worst one was Dalot. I saw him lose the ball a couple of times.
Yeah,
but we were pretty good defensively, so can't fault anyone.
Yeah. So man of the match, I go with it's between Kessie and Kier, and I also go with Kessie. He's a beast. So best midfielder, box to box player. So.
And Mate was also good this game.
Yeah, I like how Mate is growing into be a solid rock in the midfield.
No one really had that bad of a game, I guess.
I told you guys a couple of episodes ago. I said we should give Mate the time because his physique is amazing. He's big, strong. Imagine it.
And he's skillful. He's good with the ball. And controls the ball just like Kessie.
Yeah, when he plays like that, controlled, relaxed, he have like eyes in his neck. He see where everybody is. Of course, man, you want to buy him. You want to keep him. He's going to be an intimidating player if he turns into be like half of what Kessie is. Imagine.
Yeah.
So should we do have for?
I mean, I think it's Kessie for me too. But I want to give props to Kier and Mate and also Krunic. I think Krunic was good also. He made the assist for the equalizer.
And Salamakers, I think, also was good.
Krunic was behind the corner, right? So he put the ball in. Yeah.
And the flop of the match?
Yeah.
Either Leao or Diaz. I mean, those were the only 2 in the lineup that were a bit sloppy.
Yeah, Brahim didn't do anything in that match. He couldn't.
And Leao played like his usual self for the last.
For me, it's. I'm gonna pick Leao again because of course we expect more from him.
Yeah, we bought him with a huge price tag and skill.
You guys agree, or do you want to pick a?
No,
I pick Diaz. Yeah, because Leao got the corner and he scored, but was
if he hadn't run to get that corner, so everyone can get a corner.
He got the corner all by himself. He dribbled 3 people, 2 people shot, and it was the last minutes of the game. I mean,
and if that corner hadn't resulted in anything, would you have?
Then it was like 50-50 him or Diaz.
Yeah, sure. You can pick anyone you want. Diaz didn't.
It's hard to pick. I mean, we can't pick a bench player. I mean, they were.
Yeah, you guys pick Diaz and I pick Leao. For me, Leao is a total disaster, nightmare to watch. I hate his attitude and everything. Just I love Ibrahim's attitude. Anyways, if he have a bad game, he's too small. He can't create anything. And we move him to the left. We play him at defensive midfield. We keep experimenting. But Leao is like, you're not even a football player, man. What are you doing?
You can see the talent in him, but he needs to show it, and his attitude needs to be a lot better.
So I basically, on this episode, going to predict that Leao is bullshit. He's going to be a flop, and we're going to get rid of him sooner or later. Even if he turns out to be better in a couple of months, I'm telling you, in 1 year we will get rid of him. He's not the player with right attitude. He's got mental issues. Something is totally wrong. This guy is weird. Hanging his arms. When he should take a run, he don't take those runs. And no, he gets some issues in his head. He's immature. There's something. He's like you see like 18, 19-year-olds in other leagues play like mature grown-ups, and this guy is like a kid. he's totally weird. Never seen a player act like a 13, 14-year-old on such a huge team like Milan, like play like it's a fucking joke. He gets me so upset. So haven't seen shit from him in 4 or 5 games. So yeah, he's starting to scare me, like how bad a player can be. He had his. So I'm off the Liao trip until like he proves himself in any position from now on. So let's see what he can do in the future. I don't believe in him anymore. I'm done with him because, yeah, it's not only me. A lot of people are done with him. I think till the summer. If he doesn't change till summer, sayonara. Look for a new team. We cash in. We're not gonna wait anymore, much longer to have his value get lower, like day by day. So we had expectations. Another one. I think this will be another one that would bite the dust. Problem is, there was another guy I heard. They say Jesse Lingard, right?
Yeah. He plays for West Ham on loan.
Yeah, I was hearing something. Maybe you guys also heard it. He also tried to do his like hobby and stuff next to the football. As soon as he got the attention, like Liao gets now from Milan, so he starts rapping, putting out an album. Jesse Lingard did other stuff. I don't remember exactly what. And the guys in Premier League was saying, like the fans were saying, that's exactly what is happening to your Liao, because Jesse Lingard lost it on the football field. He just became worse and worse and worse, day by day.
Yeah, Lingard have been like the fans thought that he would become a great player.
We all thought, right? He was a great player. Remember, he even played the World Cup, I think, for England, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, and then right now they sent him out on a loan. They were sick of him, and now he's been performing on loan for West Ham. That's weird.
Maybe we should loan Liao.
Yeah, maybe like these players need a push. Like this won't last forever. You can't just be in this team if you don't perform.
That I agree with, 100%. Maybe they take this for granted because he thinks he's young, he can develop in Milan, so he have all the time in the world. But I don't think they have the.
Because it's obvious that he has talent.
Of course, I don't disagree with that. But there's something off that makes him. I don't know, this crazy person that can't play football all of a sudden.
Yeah,
makes the wrong decisions. Doesn't looks lost on the
It's
not
field. It's not like he's not making those runs.
Yo, he makes the runs, but he makes the wrong.
No, it's not like he's making those wrong runs. It's not even making any runs. Just walking and in the pitch and wants the ball exactly to him.
Yeah, he's just standing still. I've seen a couple of games where the commentary is screaming. Like the Swedish commentary is like usually quiet. They're like, Liao, why are you standing there?
If you watch the game and listen with headphones, you can hear the coach Pioli scream at Rafa Liao.
Move your ass.
And trying to motivate him and trying to make him
looks lost.
Run and.
All right, guys. Let's end the United game with that Liao. So let's talk about Napoli game. My God, what happened yesterday? Can somebody explain to me what happened yesterday? I need answers.
We went into the game really, really bad. The tactics Pioli chose.
So looking at the lineup, we had Hakan back, right?
We tried to defend and just go with the counterattacks, fast counter. They were attacking, we were defending the whole game, trying to just.
We don't play on counters. We can't play counter.
I don't know why he Pioli chose to play like this time.
Counter football, not possession.
Fast counter
with Krunic.
Just run
the left flank.
Krunic and who else? Cassé on the left and right. I mean,
So Krunic is supposed to be the fast one on the left, or Hernandez is supposed to be the one who drives up the ball, and Krunic should cover up for him.
And Castillo hasn't done anything offensively in like 10 weeks.
Oh my God.
He's only good in defense. I mean, and Krunic, he's not really fast enough to play on the left. Çalhanoğlu was horrible. And Leao played like his usual self. I mean, horrible game from everyone almost.
Yeah, what do you say, Ash?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there wasn't any positives except, I mean, maybe Tonali, I think, was the only player that was good, showed quality.
Yeah, he showed fighting spirit.
He showed growth, and
he was fighting. He was like trying to salvage something. And Kessie looked really bad. What happened to Kessie?
I think Kessie he looked good in the first half.
Yeah,
then in the second half, those last 10 minutes before he was subbed off, you could see that he was really tired. He could not,
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. He's been playing nonstop.
Yeah, he had a great game in Manchester. So I'm 100% it was fatigue in the second leg, in the second half.
And I wouldn't say that. And I wouldn't say that the both center defenders were bad. I mean, Tomori and Gabbia, they weren't really bad.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like Gabbia, he hasn't played for a couple of months, and this is his first game against Napoli. So I want to fault him because of the goal.
I mean, the goal, Dalot.
Yeah, of course. No, Hernandez. It was
Hernandez. First, I blame Dalot for losing the ball. Then Hernandez,
was he the one who lost the ball so that it would? Yeah.
Then Napoli attacked, but Hernandez was,
missing.
Hernandez was focused like always on attacking instead of defending. So he was not there to try to defend.
Man, that makes me crazy.
So Gabbia was there instead.
He only sees one perspective of the game. He's like, when I'm in the attack, man, if you can't make it back like Marcelo and Real Madrid and all those players, you should not take those goddamn runs. One counter and we are dead, and that's exactly what happened. Dalot lost his.
But I blame Dalot for the most part because he lost the ball in a bad situation.
He lost the ball
when all the players were up and tried to create something, and it just lost the ball.
Hernandez were nowhere to be found, and I was mad because I see Gabbia running behind also, and I was thinking, man,
wasn't Gabbia ahead?
No, he wasn't
the player running to Gabbia. No,
he was on the side or behind something, so he wasn't even close to Politano. So that was the problem. But anyways, I'm not blaming Gabbia because he hasn't played it. It was the first time after a couple of months, so. And Tomori had a okay game also. But not okay. He did it.
Tomori did a couple of mistakes.
He did a couple of mistakes, but also
he was good for the most part.
Yeah, especially during the first half, like he was the one carrying the back line.
I saw Tomori lose a guy in the first 15 minutes. I think when someone gave the ball to Zielinski, then he shot it with a volley.
That could have been a goal.
Yeah,
Donnarumma saved that. Great.
Yeah, he did a good save there, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Do you guys think Donnarumma could do something in the goal situation with Politano? Could he done better?
Nah, I don't really think so. I don't think he could.
For most goals, goalkeepers could have done better. I mean, he was really close to saving it, so I guess.
Do you guys agree that Donnarumma has been looking... It was
not an impossible goal to save.
Do you guys agree that Donnarumma has been looking a little off during the last games?
No.
Like, if you see past...
you mean the goal again, the mistake he made. Yeah,
with the header, he has done a couple of mistakes during these last games, so...
Yeah, but
there's a lot of criticize against Donnarumma in Italy right now. People are writing this is Italian people, Milanistas are writing like, watch it, man. You continue like this. Your future is not so safe as you think.
I don't agree with that.
And the reason they're writing this is because he has lost. I agree with them that he has lost. He's not the best tournament that we know. He have done a couple of mistakes. In basically every match, he makes one or two mistakes, but makes a save. But he do also do some mistakes. So I think he's not at his best either. And I didn't see him at his best against United. I didn't see him at his best against Napoli. I didn't see him at his best against Udinese. So,
I mean, other than the Udinese goal, I don't really fault him for the other goals that much. I mean, the United goal was mostly Tomori. This goal was, Dalot and Tio.
I think he
I don't agree that. I mean, fans like to attack a player when they are down.
No, I think they have expectations. Like what? His manager wants 10 million, and Donnarumma is supposed to be one of the best in the world. Then you should play like the best in the world.
Every goalkeeper makes mistakes. No one is like perfect.
Yeah, it's just not one game. If he keeps making one mistake every game.
No, because I don't agree that all of those goals you say were his mistake.
Not all the goals.
I just agree that the Udinese goal was his mistake.
Weaker. But that's my opinion. You guys don't agree. So I think Donnarumma is not looking as sharp as before. That's what I think. And who else do we want to pick on? Rebic, right?
Who else should we shit on this time?
Rebic is a brain dead.
Yes, Rebic came in this game. Yeah,
he embarrassed us.
I mean, out of all the substitution came in, he was the better player, but because of the red card, he was the worst player.
Let's put it in perspective. Was it right to call the ref blah 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 blah, you mother, you blah blah blah, whatever he said? It was really really harsh, because I saw he was saying really bad stuff.
Mm-hmm. Did he say it in his own language? Or?
It was in one language that the ref understood anyways. It was something about his mother. No, it was really bad. Basically, it looked on his lips. He was saying "puta this, puta that."
But do you think the ref was good that game?
No, I don't think the ref was good.
I don't think either. But
because of that, he should lose his temper.
No, he shouldn't lose his temper. But
when he knows we have a lot of injuries,
exactly. And we should,
and Rebic might get even more games suspended.
So coming back from injuries.
He might get 2 games suspended because of that, not just 1.
So,
and now Liao is also injured, I think.
So, like Pioli said after the game, what happened with Rebic should never be allowed to happen.
I think he was just frustrated because that was after. Was it?
That was after the penalty that was not called.
And that was. What do you think? Was that a penalty?
We have seen those.
So let's be objective. Like, I think it could have been a penalty, and the ref could have cleared it and said, "No, I'm not going to give this." It wasn't, because this is what we have been talking about. Like, every touch is a penalty nowadays. So if Tio went down easily, he just felt it and
But Bakayoko, was it Bakayoko?
Yeah, it was Bakayoko.
He didn't even try to get the ball. He was behind him.
Yeah, of course.
So what was he trying to do by kicking behind Tio's leg? I could understand your point if he was, in front of him or beside him.
He kicked his legs.
He was behind him. What was he trying to do? I understand that Tio likes to fall down easily.
I heard somewhere they were trying to explain it in some studio or something. They said that this is usually how they put things in perspective. So Bakayoko was standing behind Tio. Tio receives the ball. He has his back against the ball, against the goal, and he's not making a run for the goal or anything.
That doesn't matter.
That's exactly what matters.
He's in the penalty box. A foul is a foul if he's in front of the goal.
Yeah, that's how you could see it. But you could also see it as he got touched and he went down and he's not creating anything. He's not going towards the goal even. He's going for the opposite direction. He's passing the ball away. As soon as he felt the touch, boom, he went to the ground. So it's like, I see that he goes to the ground, he feels the touch. Is the touch hard enough? Is it even a touch that you're supposed to go down on the ground for? Or is he feeling it and then going on the ground? So I think the ref decided that because Theo wasn't threatening in that situation and Bakayoko touched him, but it wasn't hard enough for Theo to fall down, and Theo exaggerated, and he just, as soon as he felt it, boom, he went to the ground. He says, "No, I'm not going to give it. Not this time." Another ref could have given it, but I'm not saying it was totally wrong to not give it. He could have given it. I was expecting him because I see Serie A, because they usually give these type of penalties.
But not just Serie A, almost every league give.
Yeah, and that's what's wrong with football. We have been complaining that football is shit right now because everything is a goddamn penalty. This is not a contact sport anymore. It's a fucking sissy sport. If we're gonna be like this and behave like this and say every goddamn touch is a penalty, and our players are gonna look for penalties, what is gonna happen to this sport in the penalty box? Every player will go down as soon as they feel the wind. And we're just going to sit and look at VAR every situation. Oh, that's a penalty. That's my team. That's my player. He went down. That's a penalty. So this is a very simplified way to say that I think it's a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty. Did one touch? Oh, it's a penalty. Every touch is a penalty. So if as soon as somebody touches you, you go down, it's a penalty. Right, Afe? That's what you're saying.
This rules are rules.
No,
it wasn't just a simple touch like
rules. These are not the rules. They are trying to get away from this. They have noticed that this is ruining football. Every touch is not a goddamn penalty. If you weren't a Milan fan and this was another team, you would definitely not say 100% penalty. You would say 50-50.
I never said 100% penalty, but
no, you're talking about rules. You're talking about penalty. This is not a clear penalty. So I'm telling you, 50-50. I was as a Milan fan, I was hoping for a penalty, and when he didn't give it, I'm like, when he didn't give it, I was like, man, we should just shut the fuck up. We're playing like shit. We're not creating anything. We're embarrassing ourselves. We're not even dangerous. What the hell is this? We always complain about they didn't give us that penalty. They didn't do that to us. They didn't do this to us. Listen, when was the last time, seriously, we created two really good plays and offensive plays that created in a goal? When was the last time we did that? Pass, and boom, goal.
I saw stat lately that these last 9 games, only one attacker has scored. Or one goal has been scored by an attacker.
That's worrying, man.
Only defenders or Kessie has scored a goal.
Has it something to do with purely tactics, the way we play? What is up with look, we have mid-table teams that create more. Look at their highlights. Every week when I look at highlights, I'm like, man, I don't remember last time I saw a beautiful Milan highlight. Do you guys remember? I think it was a 2020. We had some good games, like against Juventus or something. We made those beautiful goals with Leao and stuff, right? And a couple of Zlatan goals. But lately, I'm like, we're not doing anything. Our highlights, our goal chances are embarrassing compared to other teams. Except this Kessie's beautiful goal that they disallowed. So there was this. So there was one. So I don't know who to blame. I think it's the injuries, and maybe our tactics is too much positioning football.
Pioli today or yesterday, he blamed the injuries that we have had. That we haven't had an attacker for a long time.
I mean, that is true. That is true, though.
We have played with the winger in attack, and he said stuff like that.
Yeah, finally he says something, because he usually doesn't bring that up as an excuse. Pioli is always trying to don't have excuses. So
I think it's the first time I've seen Pioli complain or give any excuses.
Exactly what I was referring at. It's the first time Pioli looks a little bit scared that he needs to say something. And I give him all the right. Of course, I would have said this for like 3-4 matches ago. I would say, man, the injury situation is a joke. But can he also give us an explanation? What is going on that we have people like now Leao is injured. Okay, if we don't have from the get-go, if we didn't have the team to play every 3 days, why does he say that we're supposed to compete in both of these and we're gonna rotate, and we do rotate, but we still get injuries? How come when we rotate players, they get injured? Players that have played less.
I don't think that's Pioli's fault, though.
No, but he should know, like, what's going on. Is it something with the training? People are talking, are we having training too tough? Are we training too tough? Is the medical staff not up to it?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
also some of the transfers has been weird. I mean, Mandzukic, have you even seen him play?
Ah, man, he's just a flop from the get-go.
And that was a mistake from who was it? Maldini.
Yeah, just saw opportunity for no money at all. Bring in Mandzukic with a little bit of experience. Takes the number 9 shirt and that's it.
That number 9 shirt should be retired.
Yeah.
After Inzaghi, no one has played good with that shirt on.
He didn't even. Mandzukic haven't even had one game with that shirt.
He started one game in Europa League. Yeah. He was subbed off after 60 minutes.
He looked like an alcoholic coming back.
Is Mandzukic back in training, or is he still injured?
No, you don't see him in any pic where he trains. He's training alone.
I saw today that Zlatan and Benacer is back.
Yeah, Zlatan is back. Benacer.
So they might get called up for United.
Yeah, that's the goal. To have them at least in the squad so they can go in if needed. Maybe they don't start, but they can go in.
Yeah. What's the news on Leao injury? I haven't heard anything. Is a long injury just?
Do you guys remember his injury? He was holding his ribs or something. I don't know. He was holding his hip or something. Like during second half, he looked bothered by it.
Yeah.
Something happened there. It looks like a small injury. I don't think it's a big deal.
And the Kessie one is probably also nothing serious.
Oh, was he injured?
He was subbed off because he could not. He was slightly injured. I don't think it was something serious, or else they would have said something.
Yeah. Damn injuries. I think. Is there any other team in Syria that has had?
The closest is Juve, but we are by far the team with the most injuries.
Like Juve, who are they missing right now for injuries?
Dybala has been missing for the entire year. Almost.
Yeah, Dybala is like
he's always injured.
And Kylian is injured and comes back and is injured.
Buffon is injured.
Buffon is their second goalkeeper, but
Demiral is injured also.
Yeah, they have
they have Ramsey, Bentancur. They have like half the team injured.
Yeah.
But they look at their team. Like their bench players are.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot more better bench players.
Yeah. They have a depth. So
remember against United we didn't against United we didn't have a full squad on the bench.
Yeah.
Our bench was half full. 2 of the 7 were goalkeepers. The rest were defenders, no attackers. Then we had the Primavera player on the bench.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because of all the injuries.
Yeah. Man, it was tough to see Gattuso put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't expecting Gattuso to do it.
Yeah, what did you think about the Theo tackle on?
I was happy for that tackle after.
Osimhen.
Listen, This is what I thought when he made that tackle. I was sure he was gonna see the red because
me too.
I saw they were checking VAR. I was not sure if it was for the penalty or if it was for the tackle.
Like they're gonna give him the red. That's why they're checking
VAR for a red card or checking VAR for.
Now we got this goddamn Milanistas and like we're gonna show them out. So no, I was thinking we're gonna receive the red because I was thinking he already has a yellow. I mistook him.
He got the yellow. Yeah. And did you see the referee slipped? Or Napoli says, the referee slipped.
The referee, he hurt himself.
And the referee got injured and slipped again.
He was too embarrassed to get off, so he's like, I'm going to finish the game.
In the 91 minute, he was injured.
Listen, I think this ref was also shit.
Yeah, I think also he was very shit.
We talked about the penalty situation, so okay, but there was another situation where he could have shown the red to the Napoli player, isn't it? The one who made that tackled really hard one that could have broke the ankle of Leao. Remember? There was this guy. I'm going to find him. I think, was it Zelensky or was it someone else? No, Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo had a yellow. Listen to this.
Yeah, he had a yellow.
No, he didn't have the yellow when he made that tackle on Leao, but he could have received a straight red. He went with his feet first. You know when you have your bottom of your feet up.
Yeah.
You all saw that, right?
I think so.
The commentary said that should have been a red. He said straight out, that should have been a red. So that was weird. That is weird. That's when you're supposed to use VAR, right? Because the referee can't see everything. So VAR could have said, "Yo, man, you should look at this. He could have broken the guy's ankle. He basically tried to break his ankle." He made those typos. He made Theo Hernandez foul. You know when Theo loses his mind. That's what happened when he made the foul. I was like, "This."
I love it when Theo made that foul. I mean, 1+ point for him.
It's like an action movie. You see, all of a sudden,
he was mad after that. He was mad after that penalty. He didn't get the penalty.
Yeah, then he killed somebody. I'm going to kill somebody. He just saw red.
That was beautiful.
And after that, Rebic was like, "Mother is this."
Why do Arsenal and Milan fans blame the referee lately?
Because we play like
both Arsenal.
Like shit. You have to find a scapegoat.
But the referees are shit.
Even I seen the referees against Arsenal. They have done really bad.
Yeah, they're bad refereeing against Arsenal on YouTube. But one more thing, man. How come? Look, Footmob gave Ospina was the man of the match.
Footmob is, I think, it's automatic, a computer. It's not one person who's watching the game. I mean, if you see the Footmob rating, Dalot is the best player on the pitch. He's the only one.
Remember that Rebic header that Ospina saved? How come every goddamn goalie against us they become Oliver Kahn or Neuer? How come they all become Neuer and Oliver Kahn and Peter Schmeichel? The previous games, they're like letting in 2-3 goals. Every goddamn goalie that we face, like Handanovic, right?
Yeah.
The Inter game. He was like Spider-Man. He was he was taking everything.
Yeah, Handanovic was really.
What the hell are they feeding him?
I think it's because they know how Milan work. If they play good against us, we will buy them. It's happened before.
I think it's like it's Milan. We should stop Milan.
Didn't Kaká play against Milan? Then we bought him, or Pato, someone.
Yeah, Kaká used to.
We have had a long tradition of people playing against us. Then we buy that player.
Listen, didn't Kaká play for Fiorentina or something like that?
No, I don't think he played for any other Serie A team.
He came from Brazil.
Yeah.
Maybe I mistook him and another player. Yeah. Anyways, it was a horrible defeat. We couldn't even equalize against these bastards. If Rebic wasn't,
Napoli, who are attacking team, after the goal, they went all out defense.
Gattuso, of course.
Gattuso tactic.
guess Gattuso received the yellow because of the penalty situation. He was saying something. He was saying something to the ref. Yeah, he was saying something to the ref like, "Are you going to give a penalty for that? So you might as well give a penalty for everything." Blah blah blah. And when the ref was done with VAR, he's like, "Okay, not penalty, and the yellow to you." So he tried to, but who could blame Gattuso, man? The poor guy, he lost his job. Of course, he's gonna try to prove himself in San Siro, right? I love Gattuso, anyways. I don't blame him for killing us. Our Scudetto dreams. He killed our Scudetto dreams, man.
It's not
the
like
Scudetto dream was already over.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Gattuso is one of my favorite Milan players.
Gattuso is the best.
Who do you like more, Gattuso or Pirlo?
Pirlo, I hate.
Pirlo, imagine. No, Pirlo was my hero
as a player back then.
But but then after that, he was this. I don't know why he became.
A person.
Something happened with Berlusconi and Pirlo that made Pirlo like lose all love for Milan. He went. How can you go to the enemy after 10 years? After 10 years in Milan, how can you go to Juventus?
Then Juventus lost the Champions League final, then Pirlo cried. When we lost 3-3 against Liverpool, Champions League final, Pirlo
something
didn't
happened. I think like he didn't want to leave Milan, and Berlusconi said, "You ain't shit. I've never liked you."
Then he wrote a book and said Juventus.
He's like, "You never liked me." Okay, bye.
He didn't write a book, Pirlo, and talk shit about Milan. Or said Juventus is my.
What have you said? I haven't read it. What has he? How can you say anything bad about Milan, like a team? He had his best memories and everything in Milan, so I don't know what he has said. But he said like, I wanted to find a new inspiration, so we both wanted to part ways. Both Milan and I felt like this was the time. Then why do you go to the enemy? Go to another team. Do you go to a team that's trying to hurt us? Go to another league, man.
Yeah, he was a Milan legend.
He's like, I'm in Italy. I'm going to another top team.
Pirlo also played for Inter. If I'm
that was way back when he was a rookie. Like we bought him for 10 years. He played. Anyways, guys, so we have talked about injuries already.
Have you missed anyone who's injured?
I think no. We still have some injuries. Simon, what's up with Simon, man?
Simon
he plays one game and injured.
I don't know, man.
We have this Simon Zlatan, they're too old. Mandzukic. We're having the same discussions every podcast.
The same thing over and over again. But one thing though, we should talk about the form of some players. Like, let's start with Hakan. He came back from an injury, so I mean,
he came back from COVID, but after COVID he got injured.
Yeah, and now he came back.
After COVID, he got the English COVID, and
since he got COVID, he has been playing poorly. Other than the Crotone game, he came in.
Yeah, only one game against Crotone. That's at the bottom of the league. He showed skills.
Yeah. So, are you worried about Hakan's form?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he was one of our best players. He was the one that created the most. Like, I think maybe he's one of the reasons why we perform this way. That we lack the Hakan that we learned to love during COVID. I think he is one of the main reasons.
I think
because he's the only attacking midfield we have that creates those chances.
Yeah.
And when he's injured, we look like a different team. And now he has played
slow against Napoli.
Yeah.
He looked so slow.
Slow, lazy, sloppy.
Like we all saw the passing opportunities, and a couple of seconds later, Hakan is like, okay, he have missed it. He had his head down.
But I mean, some players, like when they perform, like Hakan, Hakan wasn't good before Corona. But during Corona, he was good for a year, and that can't be a fluke. I mean, I think he is a
No,
good
it's
player.
not a
So
fluke. No,
We have
no.
seen him at his best. I mean,
yeah, we have seen him. So why can't he just play like he has?
and
That's the thing.
it's not like he's young. He will learn to get that consistency. He's
Yeah.
27.
I'm telling you, man, it's something
8.
else. It's not just that he's returning from injuries. I guess they could be contract situation, maybe something private or something else we don't know about. Because yeah, I agree. What has happened to him? How come he loses his touch and everything? The quality just drops from 100 to 40.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now he's playing like before he got COVID, before
Yeah.
the pandemic started.
Actually,
Yeah.
against Napoli, he played exactly like the old Hakan that we used to hate. It was like, get rid of him.
And the old Hakan was inconsistent like Suso. They had good games a couple of times, but for the most part they were
I'm
bad.
worried about if this continues for one or two more games, it will start to like his self-esteem will drop. Really,
But the thing is, we can't start to lose any more games. I mean, right now Juventus is 1 point behind us with one less
dude,
game,
man, I'm so worried about the Champions League spot.
and Atalanta is 52 points. They're just 4 points behind us.
Yeah, this is a fight for the Champions League spot, man. This is it. This is it. When we lost the derby against Inter, man, that was it. That was it. There was no way we were gonna coming back from that one because we had injuries, and Inter didn't have a Europa matches, and so that's it. We had to play every 3 days. So yeah, and then 9 points. So Juventus, if they beat Napoli, we're on third spot, right? So we are fighting
Yeah.
with Atlanta. Atlanta, we still have 6 points ahead of
And
Atlanta.
if Atlanta go ahead of us, we are fourth. So
But listen,
now we should be worried about
No,
Napoli and Rome.
Atlanta are just 4 points
okay,
behind us.
then we are really screwed.
Then if they are ahead of us, then we are fourth.
Listen,
And the real rivals
Napoli has
are-
also one less game, and they're
that is against Juventus.
fifth. Yeah, but they have 50 points.
yeah. So head to head, we have advantage against Napoli because we won the first leg.
Yeah,
with
if we have the same
goals.
amount of points, we will go ahead
So listen,
above them.
this is the scary part. At the end of the season, we have those Atlanta Juventus games that matter the most.
Yeah, at the end of the
Oh
season.
my god! It was a long time ago. We had this drama till the last day, so we will be fighting for a Champions League spot until the last day.
Yeah, to the 23rd of May. It's the last game against
Kill
Atlanta.
me. Because you all agree Scudetto is over, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if
And
yeah,
for every
Scudetto's-
team, I mean, even for Juventus, I think it's.
I mean, Juventus have more shot than we have.
Yeah, but one less game. If they win, they are like 7 points.
Right now, not playing in Champions League, and we still somehow, man, this Europa League stuff, man, hasn't been good for us.
Yeah, maybe it was better if we would just
If he had lost
eliminate Red Star. Yeah, maybe.
Rio Ave had eliminated us
Rio Ave, man, Rio
before
Ave.
the group stage in that penalty shootout.
Imagine one game a week, just competing for the Scudetto.
But it's good to have that experience until the next season.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have some.
Listen, the
the
last
injuries
game
we have.
against Atlanta on the 23rd of May. Wow, that could be a one decider.
But maybe it's better that we have that game later on, because right now, if we would have played them, we would have lost.
Oh, I would have lost 100%.
Now we are 7 points behind, Europa League. Ahead of Europa League.
Yeah, counting
because
back,
you get 50 points like Roma and Napoli. We are ahead of Roma and Napoli because of the head-to-head.
Are you thinking, okay, but if you consider it's just 4 points between us and Atlanta, so we just
Atlanta is fourth place is a Champions League spot.
Yeah,
I mean, for Europa League is fifth.
Yeah. So right now we don't have to be all that worried. Now Zlatan is coming back, Benacer is coming back.
But Benacer lately, when he had come back. He has been injured again. So
yeah, really bad.
hopefully he stays fit this time.
So if Zlatan going to the national team in the middle of all this, he should have rested or something, man. He's 40 years old.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of wrong decisions lately.
He can't even play for his club team. Now we're gonna play him on two fronts. I wasn't worried before, but now really worried because of the displays, and now we need him a lot. And I know he gonna run like for 90 minutes in games for us. And of course, like Sweden have a couple of easy games until they meet, have the tough ones, and then they maybe. So I don't see Zlatan playing 90 minutes in every.
No, he will come in the
maybe
later stages of the game, and players like Benacer and Kessie will also be called up.
I'm worried about injuries on Zlatan, because what if he pulls,
and always when there's
even if he plays 20 minutes, he can pull something.
And always when there's a national team break, other players get also injured. So Benacer, Kessie.
Yeah, man. So 2 more games. Then we have 2 weeks of breaks, national breaks. Yeah, 2 weeks of no football at all after these 2 games. This is the United and then Fiorentina game, and then 2 weeks of national break.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the return leg
against United.
Yeah. Who do you see we should put in? Zlatan from the start if he's ready, or from the bench? Because we don't have a center forward, man. We need somebody who can score.
I think Rebic should start as a center forward. We can't start Zlatan when he just came back from injury.
I think we're going to start Zlatan.
The only solution is Rebic.
I think also we're going to start Zlatan.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Then
Zlatan gets injured.
No, that's why they're preparing for him for United game. Make sure that he is at least like.
He should start the Serie A game against Fiorentina.
No, oh, he should.
That's 1 week. That's a couple of days after.
Because let's be franks, man. But Franks. Let's be frank. I'm gonna be Frank, and you can be Tony. I think the United is coming in guns blazing. United is coming in to win at San Siro. They're going all in. Did you read the interview from Solskjaer?
No, I didn't.
Their coach has taken Europa League seriously since the beginning. He always started the best players, even when they were 4 goals ahead. Was it that Spanish team? They won 4-0 against them. Yeah. For Real Sociedad. In the second leg, they played all their players. Bruno Fernandes started the game, even when they were 4-0 ahead in aggregate.
They're going to try to play their best game with the best lineup they have.
They definitely take the Europa League seriously. They always start with the best players, and the coach has said
Rashford is coming. He said he has 4 to 5 players coming back from injury for this.
Martial is also injured.
Pogba.
Martial got injured in the Milan game, right? Yeah. So he's still injured.
De Gea, Rashford.
Will De Gea be back?
Yeah, he said De Gea is probably back. He said 5 players we are looking at 5 players returning for the game against Milan.
But for the most part, it will be the same lineup.
I don't think so.
The only change will be maybe Fred will start instead of.
We'll have
Matic, and Rashford will start instead of Martial. But other than that,
I'm worried, man, because that's why I say like Ash, like Zlatan will start the game because we need to put the ball in the box. We need a big guy who can take it down and destroy their defense. And then we need people around Zlatan who can finish it off. But I don't know who that person will be. Leao.
Who should play behind Zlatan in attacking?
That's Rebic. Rebic's coming from the left, so he should
attacking midfield. Who should play there?
Hakan. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Put Ibrahim. He had an awful display against United, so that would be Hakan. Yeah. For sure.
Krunic.
Krunic
I'd rather play Krunic than Brahim. Even Hakan maybe, because of the form.
Krunic.
We saw Krunic play the first game against United.
Yeah, he was good that game, but Napoli was horrible.
Disaster. He was disaster.
Hakan was also a disaster. So
Hakan also disaster.
We need to give, of course, Hakan a chance to get back. So of course we're gonna let Hakan prove himself.
How many chances does he need?
I think he will get a couple of slaps in the face before the game. He's like, listen, this is it. You either do this or you go back making kebabs in Istanbul.
Because at least Krunic tries and he works hard. I mean, Hakan will just be lazy, just like Leao.
This is it, man.
And on the right side,
making kebabs.
On the right side, Salamakers will probably start, and he should have started against Napoli. Castillejo was terrible.
Chicken without a head. Even Castillejo. How come we have two players that are the same? Chicken without heads.
Salamakers is better, but yeah.
Salamaker is like a little bit better. The worst thing with Salamaker, he makes always the wrong decision at the end. Like
the last pass.
He does everything correct until the last pass or the last shot. He's like, he goes crazy.
What should we do in the midfield? Should we play Kessie, Tonali, or Kessie, Miete like the first time?
We have already said we want to see Zlatan, Rebic, and Salamaker, and Hakan behind them, right?
Yeah.
We don't
want to meet.
Ash wanted to see Krunic behind Zlatan. No, you didn't want to see Krunic, you said.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Krunic was good against United, but he was horrible. So I don't know. But Hakan has always been horrible these last few games.
I don't know if we should choose Krunic.
So, okay, in the midfield, Tonali, man, he deserves to start, man.
Tonali and Kessie.
Yeah, give Tonali and Kessie a shot.
Yeah, and then Mate maybe can come in.
Yeah, Mate can come in the second. If Tonali is not up for it or something happens, then put in Benacer if we really need to.
Okay, but
we start Benacer. I think rather have Mate.
No, definitely not Benacer. Definitely, and I'm not even seeing Benacer getting playing time in this crucial game, unless
in the
5 minutes in the end or 10 minutes in the end just to kill time.
In the center back role, if obviously we have Tomori, but
Kier will be back, and I think Romagoli will also be back.
Play Kier and Tomori, man.
Yeah, I think all of the defenders will be back this
for 2 games. He hasn't played against Napoli. He hasn't played against United.
Who?
Romagoli.
Yeah. I think Kier also. I heard he's back. So Tomori and Kier, they played the first game. Kier scored, so he deserves to start again.
Yes, Kier in Tomori, man.
And on the left,
Theo injured again, or
no, left Theo probably start.
Calabria and Theo.
Calabria on the right.
Calabria hasn't been looking that good. Calabria hasn't been looking that good.
He hasn't been bad, I think. He was good against United.
He was better against United.
In Napoli, he was not the worst.
What do you guys want to see? Do you want us to go all in to
Calabria didn't even play against
make a win, or just let this match like whatever, concentrate on the league? Should we go all in against United?
I mean, if we win against United, who do we have? We have Arsenal.
It's not gonna be easier, man. We have Tottenham, Arsenal. We can have it's crazy teams left.
We could have an easy game and team as well.
Yeah, I mean, and this is what is this? The quarterfinals? Is it it's the round.
No, it's the round of.
So you have 2 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals. So you have 4 games left to the final, and then you have the final 5 games. So 4 more games. I'm telling you, man, that could ruin our Champions League hopes. I'm just afraid.
Yeah. But it will be
Europa League is another way to get that.
I know, but I'm just thinking, even if we go to the semi-final, something will happen in the semi-final that we get knocked out.
Yeah, and I just remember Calabria was injured in the Napoli game. He didn't play that game, and he will be back for United.
Yeah, he was injured in the Napoli game.
So
because
he was obviously missed.
Let's not fool ourselves. In the last couple of months, when we played good teams, we have lost, right? Let's be honest, right? We have lost against Juventus, Inter, now Napoli.
He won against Roma, drew United.
It's not a good team. cheating team for me. I don't like them. They were missing Zeko. They were missing Zeko. They were missing a lot of players. Anyways,
they've been missing. Zeko has been benched by that other player, so I don't know if.
No, he was injured at the game against us.
He has also been benched a couple of times by Mayoral, their other striker, because they're gonna sell Zeko.
What I'm saying is this: let's be honest to ourselves. Even if we go to the semifinals, what are the chances that we're gonna pull through and go to the final and even win the final?
I mean, you never win. I mean, wasn't it last year that when Inter was favorite to win?
Yeah, but you have to even look at the team like that reached the final last year, and look at our form. If our form is so terrible and bad, what is to say that we're gonna all of a sudden?
If you manage to beat United, who I thought before the draw was the toughest team to get,
but they weren't great. I mean, to be honest, they weren't great.
They were missing 5-6 players also. So
we were missing more players. They had almost their entire starting 11.
No, entire starting 11. Come on, Pogba, Rashford. That's the starting 11.
That's three players out. I mean, if you look at their original lineup against any other game, and it's the same.
We had more injuries, but they were missing some key players also. So
we were missing like more than half the team. They were missing a few players.
So all I'm saying is, I don't know. I of course we're gonna go all in and try to win this game and continue climbing in the Europa League. But I don't know, man. I think it's hurting us more than it's giving us anything. Like what are we earning money for advancing? What are we earning for advancing to the quarterfinals after this? Like 500,000 euros.
Yeah, we are earning, but I don't know the amount. But yeah.
So is it worth it to then go back to the league and then play another draw, win one game, lose one game, and then all of a sudden, poof, we're on the fourth spot and Napoli is breathing us in the neck, and Atlanta is third, and then
because right now all of our the enemies we have around us in the
no one plays in Europe, man.
Except for Atlanta.
They're gonna get kicked out.
When is
Roma.
their game?
Roma plays in Europe.
Yeah,
Roma.
Kicked
out tomorrow, right?
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
What?
Real Madrid.
Atlanta.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, Real gonna kill them. No way.
But I mean,
Real
to be fair,
half the team and they managed to win 1-0.
But to be fair, Atlanta they had a undeservedly red card in the beginning of the game, and they just lost 1-0.
Who cares about Atlanta, man? You have sympathy for Atlanta, Gasperini?
I'm saying
they could qualify. It's not like
they could qualify, and I hope they do actually. So
it's good for Milan if these teams qualify, so they have more games.
So we shouldn't really cheer for Real Madrid.
I mean, Inter not qualifying for the Champions League.
See Serie A have 3 spots for Champions League. Then I see another Italian team, like newcomer Atlanta. Man, I hate those guys.
Oh. Because to be honest, Atlanta is our biggest threat. They can.
You want to keep them in the Europa games. You want to have them play every.
Yeah, I want them to play.
If Inter did qualify for the Champions League group, they would not be 9 points ahead.
Yeah.
These stuff we cheered for.
I had this argument with this guy on Twitter. His name is Sia. He's a Interista. He was talking about Inter didn't benefit from not playing in Europe. They only benefited in this last game when Milan played against Red Star. Except that it was the same amount of matches. And I was explaining to him, of course you guys benefited. I'm like, you're counting one. First off, I was telling him it's 2 legs. So you have a away game and a home leg, and then you have the travel and the fatigue and everything, and you have injuries. You're missing players for the league after even one game, and you play 2 legs. So, yeah, but dude, what are you talking about? And he was saying, no, you had advantage in the beginning of the season. We didn't have any preseason. You had preseason. So he was making up a lot of excuses for like that Inter they haven't benefited. And that's just, of course, they have benefited. Every team that plays one game a week, which Inter have done during the last like 2 months, then you benefit. Of course, you rest them, and then you concentrate on one league.
Yeah.
And now Inter have gone 7-8 games unbeaten. They have won 7-8 games in a row in Serie A.
Yeah, but according to him, they haven't benefited.
Like one game a week, while we play 2 games a week.
But some people can't admit when they're wrong.
And the Napoli-Juventus situation. So when they postponed that game once again,
and Roma is furious because
Roma wrote a letter to Serie A and tried to.
I heard that the explanation that they got was, "Can you give us an answer?" And they said there is no answer to give because we postponed this match without an even explanation, without a reason. They said we postponed this match without a reason, so
because those teams don't want to play 2 games in a week.
So Serie A is a joke, man. So Juventus and Napoli only writes that they want to postpone it. Serie A say, okay.
So but how many times have the game been postponed? I mean, the first one was COVID cases. The second, how many times have been?
Now there is no reason to postpone the game. So the only reason is they want lighter schedule. So they want to rest up. They want to be fresh.
They will play this game next season, probably.
This is what I don't like is like, why should they decide when to play this?
So it's not like we postponed any game.
I understand it's Roma, so Serie A should say, shut up and play on the 7th of April.
Yeah, why can't they play? Both are out of Europe. Both are out of Europe. Why?
Yeah, exactly. Roma is playing in Europe, so why should you guys rest and other teams can't? Serie A is always like this, man. They don't make rational decisions. They like.
And it's easy to postpone games now when there's no fans in the stadiums. I mean, if they would have sold tickets, it wouldn't be this easy.
Okay, guys. So just predict the Milan United game.
I think Milan's gonna win that game. Mm-hmm. I'm more confident against
so United. What do you think? You score? How much are we gonna win with? 7-0?
No, I mean
7 penalties by Kessie.
I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think we're gonna win. I mean, it depends on the ref that game, but if the ref is fine, we're gonna win 1-0.
If the ref is on our side, we're gonna win 1-0. If
the ref is neutral, not like he was in the first game.
Okay, so you say 1-0, yeah.
I go
expecting Zlatan and Aldo starts and Hakan has a good game. And
I go 0-0, and then we qualify because we scored against them in Old Trafford.
And this is the first time you predicted a draw for Milan, and
we'll still win. 0-0 is a win for us.
You predicted a draw, and none of us.
This is the best time to predict the draw, so it's my only time I will predict the draw.
And none of us predicted the first leg United and the Napoli game, right? None of us predicted that.
I said 2-1, then I said maybe it could be 1-1, right?
Or was I don't remember even what we said. I don't
remember. Who cares? We embarrassed ourselves. I got Napoli anyways. I'm predicting a 1-1. Like the first
1-1 goes to penalties.
Yeah, I think it would go to extra time. What penalties? Extra time first.
Extra time, then penalties if you're still 1-1.
So I'm predicting 1-1.
Then what happens?
I predict another Rio Ave situation where we get 40 penalties. Man, that was the worst experience. Rio Ave.
Worst/best.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a heart attack like 12 times.
We had like 3 opportunities to lose that game that they could have scored.
Yeah, there was this guy. Remember the guy that what did he do? He shoot outside or whatever. He
Tonali said recently Milan have a picture of that game. The players in rain standing and to motivate them before every game. They have that picture up.
Go forward and win the whole Europa League, and we were almost.
Yeah, if you win everything, I mean, this
and
game.
We look at that picture.
That would be
standing in the rain.
Because if Rio Ave qualified instead of us, they would have finished third in the group.
And then framed and then take that picture and send it to Rio Ave's team. Like, remember how we were in the rain? Never give up on your dreams, Rio Ave. You can do it. You can do it. Oh man!
And the Slavia Prague game, remember when we won 1-0? And it was one goal could have changed.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm predicting
finish second in the group or something.
I'm predicting 1-1. And of course I want to say that Zlatan scores in the extra time. But he's 40 years old. How is he going to play 100?
He won't play extra time if he starts.
No, he won't.
He'll probably get injured before that.
I don't want to see him take penalties either, so they should substitute him. No, I say 1-1. But I feel like United going to turn this around, man. They're going to go like Premier League style on us. And
because Milan have been really bad in home, and United has been really bad, good away.
At home.
We are trash at home, and they are really good away. Most of their wins are away, and we lose.
0-0 for Afe.
San Siro.
And
yeah.
You said 2-1, Ash?
I said 1-0 to Milan.
You say 1-0? And I say 1-1 extra time, and all hell gonna break loose in extra time. Tio gonna kill somebody. Extra time. I feel like United gonna score in extra time, and then we're gonna chase, or maybe the other way around. We score.
I mean, if they score in extra time 2-1,
dude, I'm not.
We need to score 2 goals.
Go through. I'm not gonna predict who will go through, but I'm telling you this: it's gonna be 1-1 extra time. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm predicting that. So Fiorentina Milan, we have a couple of minutes left. So let's not talk
2-0. 2-0 Milan.
Let's predict the score.
2-0 Milan.
Fiorentina been looking good lately.
Benacer will score.
For months, as soon as they're gonna face us, they start to play good.
Yeah.
So you say 2-0 Afe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ash?
I mean,
they won 4-1 against Benevento and 3-3 Parma.
A lot of, we will have some players back, so I will predict the Milan win for this, hopefully.
Remember Vlahovic, their player.
Yeah.
He scored a hat-trick, right?
Yeah.
Last game, Benevento.
Yeah, that's Benevento.
Remember, we're going to be tired after United game, man. If it goes to extra time, we're going to be dead tired on Sunday. On Saturday. Even on Saturday, man. The game is on Saturday. We have 2...
Oh, it's on Saturday?
What?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, man. It's on
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
The game's on Friday, man. The game's on Friday.
No.
The game's on the same day.
Because if it was on a Saturday, I would have predicted a draw.
Serie A, like Milan has to play 2 games in one day. Game.
One in the morning, one late at night.
Okay, so you're going to predict a win, Ash?
Yeah, I predict the Milan win 2-1.
2-1, and Afe said 2-0.
Yes. And another prediction. Do you predict that Tio will be called up for France?
No.
Tio Hernandez will be called up for the first time or not?
He should be called up. It's just stupid. Just call him up. Why not?
You think Leao should be called up and play with Ronaldo?
Yeah.
With Portugal.
Bench Ronaldo. Okay, I'm going to predict Fiorentina Milan. That's just must win for us. We need to stay in the fight for the Champions League spot at least. And 1-0. 1-0 Milan. It's going to be 1-0 and we're going to park the bus because we're afraid as hell to lose another game. So yeah, 1-0 for me, 2-0 for... I forgot. Afe or Ash said 2-0.
Yeah, I said 2-1.
You said 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Moving forward, just 2 minutes left on the clock until we reach the 90 minutes mark. Oh, we forgot to take a break after 45 minutes, so remember to cut that in.
Yeah,
Ash, after 5 minutes.
Yes, I will.
The chance.
Do
so
my
going forward,
skills.
Yeah, man. Do you guys have anything to add going forward?
I mean, going forward with maybe, but what shall we do in the international break? Maybe we can discuss that.
We need to find our goddamn CF and buy him, and we need a right winger. We need to sign new contracts. Keep Kessie.
No, I mean,
it means the podcast.
Yeah,
if we should even have a podcast.
Discussions. Okay, we shouldn't.
In the international break for the fans.
I think for the fans and during the international break, we should maybe find some interesting topics to talk about. Maybe the past Milan or maybe the current Milan is more interesting to talk about. How we would like to see this team after summer, like for the next season. Imagine we go to Champions League. What is your favorite center forward? You want to see Haaland?
Yeah, I think we should talk about that because there's some rumors about Icardi.
There could
discuss some rumors. Yeah,
what Milan would we like to see after the summer?
We can have two parts and talk one part for the future and one part we can talk about the past, the great players.
And stuff. Yeah. We will decide later.
Yeah.
But we could drop 2 episodes. Find the time for it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah. All right then. Then we should maybe wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's exactly 90 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. It was a great podcast, and I think we managed to discuss everything that we want to go through. We just hope for better results in the coming games. It's not fun watching Milan play like they did against Napoli. And if we have another bad display against United on Thursday, hopefully we don't. And then hopefully we have a good result against United, and then better result against Fiorentina, and we bounce back. And we have Zlatan, Benacer, Hakan, and we find our form again, because they have to. They have no choice.
Yeah, hopefully.
I feel sorry for Pioli also a little bit. He is in a bad situation with all the injuries and trying to find players and motivate them. And you have players like Leao that don't know what to do. So,
and hopefully before the season ends, we play one game with all of our players, no injuries. With the full squad. When was the last time we played with a full squad?
And I hope we beat Juventus' ass on the return leg when we meet them at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. And Atalanta. Mostly Atalanta.
Oh, of course, Atalanta. Napoli is done. We don't face them anymore. So of the top teams, it's Juventus and Atalanta. And we have Lazio.
Is that the only top team of the 6?
Lazio. And Lazio of the 7, 8.
Yeah, right, Lazio.
Then it's Torino, Cagliari, Benevento, Sassuolo, Genoa, Parma, Sampdoria. Oof, man, if we had only collected 4 more points, a draw and the win, we could still be in the Scudetto race and easy games coming, right?
The worst point we lost was against Spezia.
Yeah, that killed us.
That's still the worst game of the season. No shots on target, no shots.
Yeah. All right. So we look forward now.
Yeah, we have easier games if you look at the calendar. After Fiorentina, we have Sampdoria, Parma, Genoa.
Have harder games, but it looks like they also have like a lot of easy games. Like looking at Atlanta and them. I forget it.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we done?
Yes,
sir.
All right then. Then we say, as always, Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.